Good morning.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't so come on, let's play.
Let's play. Get in here.
Forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Beginning easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's a thankful Thursday. So let's get in here and share some gratitude with each other. I'm just sharing this into some of the groups. If you all would help, let's share it and let everybody know that we're here. Hi, Jean Lorio. Good morning, Suzanne. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just put it in a couple more groups and then we will get going and get into our hearts. Okay, did somebody put it in the River family and into our messenger? Please help me get this out. All right, let's get into our hearts. It's a beautiful day. Thank you, Suzanne. So as you place your hand on your heart, that brings your focus right into where you are, shutting out everything else, letting your heart talk to your brain, talk to your body, talk to God. Breathe that in. Release anything else. Let go of whatever it is that seems so important before you came in here. We all have things going on. This is the 3D world, and so there is struggle. There are what I call the fires of life. Those things that test us and try us, and that we learn and grow from. So whatever your fire is today, be grateful to it. Be grateful that it's helping you to be stronger. It's helping you to be who you truly are. And to acknowledge this thing called life, that the life is inside of us, that life force energy. Get in touch with who you truly are. And then give gratitude. And I want to do that today. I want this to be a real thankful Thursday. What are you thankful for? It might be a person. It could be anything. It could be a rock. whatever your gratitude is, whatever it's for, let's just share it. Just share a moment of gratitude. Just give me one thing. Because if you can find one thing to be grateful for, you'll find more. There's so much. But if you can just focus on one and just let that take you higher and higher with that energy of gratitude. Good morning, Blue. Ricky, Rick, and Josie. Good morning, our pirates. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. Deirdre. Hello, hello. All right, let's see what the angels want us to know. It is, we're on the same team. Boy, we are. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but we are on the same team, you guys. My father gave me the best advice of my life. He said, whatever you do, don't wake up at 65 years old and think about what you should have done with your life. And that's a quote from George Clooney. It's never too late to achieve what you came here to do. Yet I do agree with George. There's no time like today to check in with your higher self to see why you're here. There are no accidents or coincidences, so it only makes sense then to find out sooner rather than later what that purpose is. Many times, what we came here to accomplish involves other people, and when the timing is right, we will encounter those we are supposed to collaborate with. I have seen this in my own life, and I love observing how the puzzle pieces fit together so easily. Dear angels, how do we know that what we encounter with someone else is a divine assignment? There have been many things that piqued my interest, but then was not quite a great fit. Dear one, do you remember what it feels like when you shed your heavy winter coverings and the first time you put on the lighter clothes and perhaps sandals as warm weather sets in? It is that familiar, easy, unencumbered feeling where you just know it's going to feel good to be in your skin as it's exposed to the sunshine. That's the same feeling that happens when your divine assignment opens up for you and you begin to put the puzzle pieces together. It just fits. No confusion, no doubts, just the knowingness of who you are and why you are here. It doesn't have to be grandiose. There's no comparison of your assignment with anyone else's. Each is equally important. Remember that you are all working on the same team. Stop competing and support each other. Dear angels, today I promise to keep moving forward and reaching out my hand to help others who are working for the same cause, walking each other home. That's what we're doing. That's the team that we're on. It's Team Peas, and we are all gathering to help each other find that place inside that feels comfortable, that feels like you put on an old familiar pair of shoes. That's what it feels like. Like, oh, that fits. And why would I try to force my size 8 into somebody's size 6 shoe? It doesn't fit. And sometimes in life, that's what we do. We're trying to force something that's not supposed to be because it's not in alignment. But when we find that thing, whatever it might be, and it doesn't even have to be something, like they said, it doesn't have to be grandiose. It doesn't have to be, going out and trying to save the world. It can be just as simple as supporting others in prayer, making a prayer list and doing it every day, creating a grid. That can be the purpose that you're here, is to be that supporter, to help others, to be the glue that holds the family together. Catherine Kovacs, you're grateful for your friends. I love that. Gratitude, let's keep it going. What's your gratitude? Suzanne, grateful for your P family. And Kathy, the angry attitude of my husband cannot change my attitude of peace and love. I am grateful for this spiritual team. Me too, Kathy. No matter what's going on in the world, we don't have to take that on as our energy. I need to find that song that I used to play a lot. It's called Even If the Sky is Falling Down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's showing up in the perceived outside world. You can stay in that high vibration. You can be all that you're supposed to be while you're here. Sally and Tony, good morning to you. Jennifer Langren, good morning. And Blue says, where'd she say no stinking shoes? I saw you say that. Let's see, there you are, no stinking shoes. There's so much though today. It's Miss Whizzy B, good morning. It seems she has a new acrobatic routine and is now teaching her brothers. She found her bag of feathers, Auntie Jean, and picked out a big one. It's cloudy and icy today. Such mischievous antics and happy dances. Thank you, Miss B. I know that little bee loves feathers. She really does. She's such a delight. I just adore that little whizzy bee. JoY Castrillo, good morning to you. And Suzanne says, yes, it's like finally walking barefoot again. Yeah, your feet on the earth or your feet on grass or the sand, my favorite, to walk on that beach. I posted on something last night, Instagram, I think, that I need a beach day. I really do. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's 37 degrees outside, but I'm wrapped up in a beautiful warm blanket and just sitting here with my most favorite people in the whole world. So all is well. All is well. But I need that sunshine on my face. I haven't been able to get that lately. It's been rainy and yucky. And I think it's going to be again today. I'm not sure what the weather's going to hold. But in my heart, you know I'm on that beach. You know the sun's shining. And everything is working perfectly. Auntie Jean says, I always felt like a round peg trying to fit into a square hole. I am grateful I found a hole where I fit in this family. Thank you, family. Oh, Auntie Jean, you don't just fit in this family. You like are a spark. So when we come in here, we know that our mountaintop guru is right there holding us and loving us. And we know that every one of us is in that beautiful grid that you have put together. And thank you for that. Thank you for your love. I want to see what Kuan Yin has to say. But keep the gratitude flowing, you guys. Keep being grateful. Change is in the air. Sometimes we take things for granted and forget to stop and realize how incredible the ordinary things can be. Growth does often seem improbable, yet it happens every day in so many ways. So too is something growing in your life that seems at the moment unlikely or impossible. Yet it will happen anyway. Have faith, trust your feelings, and relax. Change is in the air. Well, we usually start thinking about change when we see fives. And I'm just looking at the date on my computer, and it's 3/2, which is 5. Today's March 2nd. So change is in the air. And who knows what that change might bring? Just welcome it, whatever it may be. Just allow that change in your life. And Sally says, last night was full of prophetic dreams, a realtor, koi fish, and more. Each one was so real. I called a koi fish to me, and he came and gave me blessings and luck. That is so awesome. I love koi ponds. I just think they're amazing. And isn't it interesting that in the wintertime, they still survive? I've always been in awe of the koi and how resilient they are. And Sally says, the realtor in my dream meant big changes coming to me, big changes, newness. Feels like a change of direction, whatever that means for you. That's what I'm getting right now. Change in direction. So change is in the air. But what did it say? Sometimes we take for granted the ordinary things. So as the change happens, there's things to be aware of that maybe you're taking for granted. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm bundling up because all of a sudden I got really cold. Okay. Kathy Hand says, yeah, Marley has been sending me photos from her spring break on the beach at Lauderdale by the Sea. Kathy, that's my beach. When I was in Fort Lauderdale, oh boy, I lived about 10 minutes from that beach. And I took Auntie Jean there. She's familiar with where Lauderdale by the Sea is. Tell her to make sure she goes to Aruba, because I took Jean there. We sat outside and watched the ocean, watched the waves. Yeah, it's one of my favorite places. Good morning, Charlie. And how is our Erica? Please give us an update this morning. I know she had a small procedure yesterday. So how's she doing? Please give her all of our love and let her know we're lifting her up. Good morning, Robin Waters Dykes. Thank you for being here. And Suzanne says, yes, 2023 is the year of big changes for me too. You know, when it turned to the new year, I heard so clearly, this is the year of discovery, which means change. We're excavating, we're moving things around and seeing what we're supposed to find this year. And we're going to be finding a lot of new things. Catherine Kovacs, hello. Sally says, ours is going in this summer. Our kois are too big for the house. Oh, you're putting a koi pond in your yard. I love that. I love it. Well, good morning. A hug so tight. Thank you for being here. And Sally, thank you for sharing this. She's a little stiff. Okay, well, please give Erica my love and let her know that she's in our thoughts, she's in our prayers, and praying that the procedure she had will help her to not be in pain. Okay, it's time. It's time for the tiny book of angel messages. You're creating a ceremony space at home. Awesome. All right. What do the angels want us to know today? Number 33. Sally says, okay. There's two messages on page 33. Good morning, Kathleen Caputo. I think I might have to read both, but we'll see. I'm going to read the first message. Simplicity, patience, compassion, and most of all, love are the ingredients that will turn your life into the best experience possible. Simply be, without all the complications of trying to figure everything out, but rather trusting in Source. Be patient with yourself, with others, and with your expectations in any given situation. Oh boy, there is that P word. How many times when we think about why am I here? What's my purpose? I can't find my path. What's going on? We forget that we're to be patient. We forget that, when it's the right time, when it's that right divine time, it will show up. The people will show up, the situations, the experiences, everything is working perfectly. But yet we get a little impatient at times, don't we? And we want it now. So I think that's a huge message for all of us this morning. Do I read the second one, or do we just go with that thought this morning of the patience and keeping it simple, having compassion, showing love to each other? That's what changes our life and turns it into the best experience that it can possibly be. Thank you for choosing number 33. Sally said 33 was Tony's choice and it's perfect for her. There you go. We get whatever it is that we need. We really do. We get what we're looking for. And sometimes we don't know that we're looking. Sometimes we have this desire in our heart, but we can't put our finger on exactly what that looks like. And Jean says, I've always been afraid of the ocean, but now Teri has taught me to love it, and I miss it. Oh, Jean, I wish you were going with me when I go to the celebration. I'm going in on April 2nd, I'm going into Orlando, and we're having a huge celebration at the hospital where I had my kidney transplant. Jean, I really wish you could be there with me. I think we're having a Florida celebration of that when I get in. Talk to Mary, and she's trying to get everybody gathered together to be there with me on that day, because they're bringing me in as an honored guest for that celebration. So she's wanting people to be there to support. And I have a couple that are friends of mine that are going to be there as well. So it's beautiful. Okay, so you all want the second one. I hear you. Let's see what that second one says. Sip the water first. You'd love that as well, Jean. Oh my gosh, that would be quite the adventure to be able to do that. Okay, so the second message is when the soul expansion happens and you start to feel small, look in the mirror and see your magnificence reflected back to you. Don't rush the process. Allow yourself to drink in all the wonderful manna that flows your way. I love both of these messages for us. Sometimes we do start to feel small. I used to say, what do I matter? I'm just one person here in these, ever how many, 8 billion or something like that, that's inhabiting our planet. What does it matter? What I think, what I say, what I do. And finding out that it does matter. It matters for each one of us what we do. It matters what our attitude is. It matters the energy that we're putting forth. So yeah, don't think that you're small. Don't think that what you do in the world doesn't make a difference, because it really does. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. And Jean says, nap. I need a nap. Dolly was incredibly cute yesterday morning. She's not doing well retired because she feels so good. Back to work to her for a few days a week. I start her on groundwork soon. Good. I'm so glad. There's going to be a big announcement soon, you guys. And it has to do with a collaboration that I have going on with 2 other amazing, beautiful women. And it has to do with peace. And we are looking global. We are looking to take what we are creating to such a big level. And just found out yesterday that the 3 of us that are working together are scheduled to be on TV in July, I think, either late July or early August. And we are ready to make an impact in the world. We're ready to just explode this thing called Peace on Earth. And the Peace on Earth tour is going to get more exposure. But what we're doing is really focused on world leaders and helping them to understand that we want peace. We don't want all the conflict and all the uproar and upset and fighting. We don't want nuclear weapons. We don't want anything that's destructive. We only want peace. So I'll be making that announcement as soon as we know what we're calling it. And without even having a name, it's got such momentum already. So you guys are part of that. You are a part of this big movement, this big push to bring more peace into our world. Sally says, oh my, yes, I love the second message as well. It's kind of like being the new little fish to a tank. You're so small until you grow into it and have patience. I get it, Teri. The message has been received, and thank you. You're so welcome. Yeah, sometimes, we need that exact message that opens our eyes. And I think that's a beautiful one. And I like what you did with it, Sally, the fish in the fish tank. There's some fish that grow as big as the tank. And so whatever their environment is, they're going to keep growing. And I was explaining that to Sharon the other day. We saw an Oscar in a tank. And I remembered when I used to have Oscars. And I had some small tanks, but I also had some really big tanks. So I had some really big Oscars. And they're interesting fish for sure. What does Karen Palmer say? Karen Palmer would remind us that one person vibrating at the higher energies of love, gratitude, peace, joy, counterbalances 750,000 other people who are stuck in that low vibration energy. Maybe they are the ones that are pushing for war. Maybe they're the ones that keep the fights going no matter what, that just want upset and drama in our world. But our vibrations, as we lift each other and lift our frequency, it counterbalances some of that. It all goes into that big soup of energy that is all of us here on the planet. Tammy Fisk, good morning, my sweet Tammy. I am so excited for Tammy and this new opportunity, this new job that has come in for you. Thank you for being here. Kathleen says, that is amazing, Teri. Every leader needs to hear that and realize the time for conflict and hate is over. That's what we're going to focus on, Kathleen. We're creating an actual nonprofit corporation, and we've got backers already that want us to take this worldwide and want it to be every leader that's in the world to be able to receive the message of love and the message of peace. So I'm so excited. We don't have a name yet. We're kicking around some names of what it's going to be, seeing what the angels have to say. Jean says, we knew that eventually the movement would go worldwide, but right now I'm enjoying our cozy and familiar little family. Me too, Jean. I just love this family. We'll always be this cozy family that loves each other and shares with each other and holds each other. Always. That's never going to change. But we need to get this message out there all over the world. And part of that message, I believe, in my perspective, part of it has to be exposing more of the human trafficking and how we can help. What can we do? There are some do things. And once we're aware of what we can do, then we can make that difference. Oh my gosh, our Andrea Gregg just showed up. You just made my day. Thank you, Andrea, for being on with us this morning. And look at that, our Annie 7. Annie, I saw your message, honey. I am so sorry that Grayson is so sick. He's been sick for a little bit. So let's pray that things will turn around for him. Let's pivot away from all of that energy of sickness and illness in his little body. And Blue, everyone should have a strawberry quartz. I agree. We're going to create a logo. Maybe it needs to be a strawberry quartz in the form of the shape of a heart. Okay, Annie, you're on your way to school. Oh, you're so welcome, honey. We put our arms around you and lift you up, and that little boy, our little Grayson, we all love him so much. And Sally says, I had them too, the Oscars, Red Devils. At one time, I bred a certain fish for area fish stores. 9 tanks going at one time. That was fun, but a lot of work. Oh my gosh, the work of keeping up with fish tanks is incredible. So I admire you for that. I think I had, at one point, about 9 fish tanks, and mostly Oscars. I did have one that was just a mix of different tropical fish, but I loved my Oscars. They were amazing. Joanne says, Annie, your efforts are an inspiration, and we thank you. We certainly do. There's my heart lady, Ms. Marietta. We are grateful for Frank, who installed our port lights on Sweet Dreams. He also found a problem with our dinghy and fixed it, and helped us install a cable for Starlink to improve our internet connection when we travel, and is stabilizing our mast so it doesn't wiggle. And so much love, infinite love and gratitude. Oh, Marietta, you are infinite love. Marietta, I keep this little card that you gave me when I first met you. I keep it with me all the time. You gave me a few, and I've given most of them away. But I'd like to read what Marietta's card says. First, it says, everything is working perfectly. I love that. But on the back of that little card, and we're going to go into our prayers with this. So if you have any prayers, put them in the comments. An angel is a friend indeed, who helps us when we are in need. An angel saves us from despair and shows us lots of love and care. An angel helps us see the light and makes all projects turn out right. An angel tells us don't dismay. Help is here for you today. It sounds like you had an angel in Frank, Marietta. This is Marietta's little card. And I have carried this from the day I met her. I keep it close to me. And I always remember that that's the purpose of our angels. They help us see light. They help us when there's a project going on to make sure that that project is getting our attention that it needs. And they've been nudging me on that this week. So today I have a full day of planning and prepping and just getting some stuff done because they're giving me these other projects in addition to what I already had on my plate because they knew that it was going to give more exposure to the Peace on Earth tour. And that was the purpose of me coming together with these other two women who know the influencers that can get us out there. And I had never heard of this one person that's going to have us on TV. But as I looked him up, wow, he is incredible. So it's going to be so cool just to watch this happen and watch it get out there in a beautiful way. Good morning, Hope Wellington Marshall. She says, hello, beautiful peas. Just woke up. I have caught a terrible cold and haven't had a cold for over 3 years, but this has got me. The temperature in England has dropped, so it's very cold. And please send me some healing so that cold is out of here. And so it is. We certainly will, Hope Wellington Marshall. I'm going to put you right in the center of our prayer circle that we're getting ready to lift up right now. And Jean says, Marietta, I love your beautiful cards. All of them are so you and so full of love. You've inspired me to create one. Have a wonderful and safe trip. I'm sure you will because so many angels will be on board. Yeah, I love that. So many angels, they're going on this beautiful trip on the water and they love water. Water is a conduit of energy. So let's go to the water. And we need one more person to make it 22 people on board today for this prayer time. 22 is a magic number. And it's so present in everything I do. Everything that takes place, I see 22s. So we got 21 of us right now. Well, I make number 22. Hello. So yes, we have 22 people right now gathering for prayer. And so let's do that. Whatever is in your heart, if it's a person that's in need, if it's you in need, whatever it might be, let's just breathe into our heart center, knowing that this magic number of people are lifting up the energy today. That all of us come for such a time as this and such a purpose as this to be of service. Say, how can I help? And I encourage you today, if you know somebody that may be struggling or you think that there's something happening where they're not quite able to get their vibration up there, just ask, how can I help? How can I be of service? Every morning when I wake up, that's my question for the day. How can I help today? How can I be that person that makes an impact? That person that just gives a hug, a smile, a warm word. When you ask the question, how can I help? The opportunities will open up. The doors will open up. So let's see all the prayers that we lift up every day. We have a big, long prayer list. So just see that list and see the prayer circle with each person inside of it. And let's see us all on sweet dreams. Let's just envision that. We're having a party, and we've all gathered with our Marietta and Ed and good girl Pearl and Mr. Wiggles. Just see each one of us placed right there, squished a little together, holding each other tight, asking each other, how can I help? How can I be of service to you today? What is it that you need that I may be able to offer? Maybe it's just a listening ear. It might be just your presence, just to sit with somebody while they experience their emotions. How can I help today? Just listen. Just say those words. Say them with your heart. How can I help you today? How can I help today? We help by being present. We help by understanding. We help mostly by holding love in our heart. What you do matters. What you say matters. What you feel inside matters. So right now, in this silent moment that we will go into, I'd like everyone to ask that question. Ask it of your higher self. Ask it of spirit. If there's someone present there with you, ask them, how can I help today? And then let's be silent and listen for the answer. Listen to what spirit tells you. So I heard, I can help today by sending out healing energy. I can help by lifting up everyone that's on our prayer list, everyone we placed in that circle of prayer. I can help by sending healing energy. I can help by sending distance Reiki to those who have asked to be lifted up because of a physical issue, like our Hope, our Erica, Grayson, anyone who's experiencing some kind of issue physically. We can help. We can make a difference. So let's focus energy right now to those who are going through something physically. Let's make that a priority in this moment, to send that love energy from your heart. I'm going to send out some compassionate Reiki, some loving energy, lifting each one up that needs to be lifted. And how can you help today? If you're an energy healer, here we are. We've been asked. So let's serve. Whatever your need is right now, breathe it in. Breathe in the love that I'm sending, that other healers are sending. Accept that love into your heart. Accept that healing energy. Let Raphael minister to whatever it is that is your need. and just love in return. And now let's turn our attention to those who need us emotionally. There's a lot of people experiencing grief, sadness, anger, whatever's going on emotionally. We're sending love, sending Reiki, sending time heals. Just receive. Now let's do this for our world. Ooh, for all the conflict, for all of the low vibration energy of people that are spewing forth hatred. I'm hearing especially people in the energy of racism or any of the isms. Let's just lift up our world right now, sending that love to everyone on the planet, sending it deep into Gaia. For anyone who's experiencing trauma from storms, from intense cold, whatever it might look like for you, just sending that love out into the world. So how can you help today? How can you make an impact? Through love. And that's what we do every day here. So every day, we love each other. We wrap each other in our loving arms. And let's do that right now. On the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. Those are such magic, powerful words. So just envision everyone gathered here. We still have 22, still have our magic number. So breathe it in, breathe it out. Just love each other. Lift each other for whatever's going on. And yes, Hope Wellington Marshall, we can certainly lift up that portal tomorrow and open it up further. Yeah, that sounds good. 3/3/23. Let's do a magic day tomorrow together. I will put something out there and we'll all gather for whatever we need to do to open that portal and crack it wide open. Thank you for that reminder. Kathleen says, Hope, we know that the only thing that's you, that has you, is perfect health. Praying for you to experience that truth with much love. And Robin, prayers for your mom, Jewel, decision on an additional medication, and she has some blood work on Monday. Well, let's lift her up that that's going to be exactly the way it needs to be for her perfect health. And Robin is praying, Lord, go before us and prepare our way. Help us to be a blessing to someone today. Absolutely. Oh, yes, anyone that sends forth that healing energy, just send it to those who have expressed a need today. Thank you, Sally, for that. And Kathy, please send little Skylar extra love and prayers today, no matter what. She always has a smile on her face. That little beautiful smile has been missing lately as her disease has spread. Please help me in getting that smile back on her face. I'll put a picture of her smile on Cuppa Messenger. Oh, thank you for that message, Kathleen. Loving no matter what. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, so let me go retrieve our Leo. He needs to get us out of here, doesn't he? Such a beautiful message that he has for us. A cuppa full of joy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take a moment to just listen to the answer to your question. If you ask, how can I help? What can I do to serve others today? Listen. Listen for that answer. It'll come to you.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. When all the peace for peace, and I'm a shot for harmony. To ready, mama, be on the lead. Remember, it's up there. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup
Maybe it's stay in
full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top here. The coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always more space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Leo, thank you so much for bringing our vibration even higher. Stay in your heart, stay blessed, and go out there and change a planet. I love you. I'll see you later. Namaste, y'all.